So with any town, any city, suburb, what have you, you're gonna have pros, you're gonna have cons. Any city. So we're over here in Bel Aire, Kansas. We're gonna go over 5 things you might want to consider before making the move to Bel Aire, Kansas. We're getting after it right now. So number 1, first and foremost, if you're not a fan of the small town charm, you know, keep that in mind. We're not steering you towards or away, but it is on the smaller end. It's not like the smallest, but just a little something to think about. Are you wanting all those amenities to be in your town? It's a little lacking. Now, it's not far away. You have all of East Wichita's amenities very close, you know, within 15 to 25 minutes, I'd say. I mean, and that's like further out. It's not far, you know, 10 20 minutes depending on traffic. Just a little something to think about, but all of it's there. Number 2, like I've been saying, if you're the type you want it all in your town, job opportunities are going to be a little limited compared to Wichita. There's some really good opportunities close if you got the skill set. You know, we got Koch Industries, we have Textron Aviation, several medical facilities not too far away. But if you're the type you want everything there, you want to be able to work, eat, sleep, play, that town, it's a little lacking. So before we get to the next one, getting a little value out of this, maybe a little. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Got a question, reach out. I can't read your mind. Call, text, email, DM, whatever you got to do to get the help you need. Weekends, nights, early nights. I got your back when we're relocating here. You want some more information? Check out the Discord server. Links down below. Doesn't cost you anything. We've got just about anything and everything there for Wichita and the surrounding areas, and we're continually adding information, so check that out as well. Plugs aside, we're getting back to it. Are you wanting your shopping amenities in town as well? Well, it's a little lacking. I'm not saying there's not stuff here. I'm just saying, like, your big box stores, your chains, all that stuff. I mean, granted, it's super close. A lot of these things really just kind of pertain to, it's not here, it's not far away. Okay, by my definition, it's not far away, but it's not here. If you're the type that it has to be here, it's a little lacking. And what is here, you're going to be paying just a little bit more for it. And that's something just you need to consider. Is your time making the commute to Wichita for these things? Are you okay with that commute? Are you okay with paying slightly more for your goods, your services locally in Bel Aire? It's all stuff you need to keep in mind when you're wanting to make the move and you're considering places. So Wichita, the suburbs, they're all expanding, they're all growing. Bel Aire's no different, but it just, I don't know, this could be me just looking into it a little bit more than it really is. It just seems like that expansion's just a little bit slower than some of the other suburbs, like say a Mays, say a Derby. They've got a major street they've been working on for what feels like forever that cuts, you know, straight through town, north and south. And I was talking to a colleague about it, you know, not too long ago, and said, oh yeah, it's been a couple years. And you know, it's just, we're just talking the road itself. There's no there's nothing like major, but it just seems like they're taking their sweet time. And that's something you need to think about. I'm not trying to blow anything out of the water, out of proportion, but these are all things that you got to think about. Is this inconvenience going to, can I live with it? I guess is what I'm trying to say. these inconveniences, you know, whether it's that street, it's something else, these things come up and they take time. Hey, that's fine. But, you know, these are things you need to think about, because it's ultimately going to impact you in your commute, in your travel, traveling the city, going to work, going to the store, maybe, you know, to a restaurant, you know. And none of these things by any means, by any stretch, are like, oh my God, it's catastrophic. Like, it just comes down to, does this work for my lifestyle? Does this make sense for me and mine? We're not blowing anything out of proportion. There's nothing, oh my God, like this is catastrophic. It's just, they're all things that you need to consider when making your move. And then number 5, the last one. In this suburb, that cost of living is going to be slightly higher. Like I mentioned previously, slightly higher for cost of goods, for, you know, say a home, what have you. And, you know, hey, if this is something you can live with, if you're good with it, that's fine. But with that suburb living, usually it's gonna cost a little bit more. So, you know, a smaller area, you know, it might be a little more limited on options, a lot fewer people, you know, these all factor in to these costs being just a little bit higher than your main town, say Wichita, or, you know, like Kansas City and their suburbs, you know what I mean? And, you know, hey, that's fine. Nothing catastrophic. These are all just things, hey, keep in mind if you're considering this town. Are you okay with this, with the small town charm, with having to drive a little bit further for work, for entertainment, for your groceries? You know, are you okay with the things that are here, you know, being a little more expensive? Are you okay with, you know, town projects, say roads or new buildings, taking just a little bit longer? You know, these are all things you need to think about, because wherever you decide to move you and yours, you're there and you're going to be there for a little while. Can you live with it? That's all I'm saying. Nothing catastrophic. Bel Aire is a great suburb, great place. I'm excited to see where Bel Aire's at in the next, say, 5-10 years. So maybe Bel Aire's for you. You know, maybe not. Hey, that's okay too. Throw me 2 or 3 likes, some dislikes, maybe a time frame and a budget. You might be surprised what we find. But anyways, do me a solid. Like, comment, subscribe. Got a question? Reach out. Check out the Discord server. Let me know what you think. We've made some big strides. We're getting progress made. It's there if you need it. Plugs aside. We'll see you in the next one, gang.